All right, can y'all pray? Can we get everyone to just give us some namaste and prayer right up in here? That will be really lovely, y'all. Because it doesn't seem to be opening an invite for George, which is terribly frustrating for me. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try again. Yeah, the invites are popping up on my screen. I don't know why George's isn't. There's absolutely no reason for it not to pop up. Hi Scott, hi Mary, hi Bill. Thanks for joining. Can y'all pray with us? Because we need George's Facebook app to cooperate. You didn't, and darn it, this is really frustrating me. We didn't have this problem. Hi Darian, hey Mike, hi Marlon. So you didn't have this problem last time because I used BeLive, and because BeLive has bugs, I didn't want to use it again. Facebook Live caught up with them, and it is now just doesn't want to add you. Let me figure out what the problem is. It doesn't do the same thing. Hi Darian, thanks for joining. So, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to just put you on speakerphone because it doesn't seem to want to connect with your phone. And that, yeah. So anyway, that's the reason. Because I fed it through BeLive.com, and BeLive, the lag is higher. There are more bugs. It freezes more, and it doesn't keep up as much. Plus, I don't have the computer that has a good camera quality like my phones do at this point, because now I have the latest greatest phone, and it is still not giving me an invitation for you. I have an invitation for Kimberly. I have an invitation for Michael. I have an invitation for about 5 people here, and it does not want to use you. All right, so perhaps I will just call you on the FaceTimes. And we shall talk. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to see if you could figure out what's going on? Terribly frustrating. Technology, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, boo? And your privacy settings are all not locked down, which is so weird. Oh, it's downloading an app. Maybe that's the problem. It could be. Because it'll only do it through your phone. So if it's pulling down the app still, and it's not it doesn't have its full bandwidth capacity downloaded into the phone for use yet, then I don't think it'll work. Have to give it a minute. Does anybody have questions for George? George was a ranger in the 2nd Ranger Battalion, 2nd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. Did a couple years, a couple prison bits. It's still not inviting you. And we don't have connection. So here's what I'm going to do. Is your app done downloading yet? Jorge. I'm just going to try and call you and put you on speaker. Is that alright? Will that work? This is annoying too. There we go. Alright, let's do that. I'm going to have to put it on speaker though. Alright guys, by audio quality.
Hello?
Hey George. Alright guys, pop thumbs if you can hear George okay. I'm going to try and keep this all balanced here.
This is crap, yo.
Dude, I don't even know, the app always works for everyone. I don't know why it's not working for you. It was funny because when I had Donnie on, it wouldn't connect until he had to log out of his phone once, and then when he logged back in, it connected.
I just sent a request.
Okay, so here we go. Let me see. Add as a guest. If it comes up, and just hang up on me. Just hang up on me. All right, let's see. Let's see if it adds Jorge. I'm gonna be so excited because I think it's working. I don't think y'all are praying hard enough. It says it's adding you with your Fire Wi-Fi. Come on. Accept the request. Do you have your camera oriented horizontally? Gotta be oriented horizontally. Privacy settings. Checked it all. Sent the request. Done, done, and done. Accept. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Berna. We're trying to connect George. This is not as easy as it seems. I think I oversimplify it. It's a little more. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Chris. It's still adding George. Is it still not connecting you? All right. I'm going to have to call him back now. Okay. Add as a guest. Please add him, Facebook. Don't be a turkey on me. That's like so not cool. It's janky. Yay!
Oh, shit. Dude, that shit took forever.
Did you figure out, did you diagnose your problem, doctor?
Yeah. Shit sucks. That's what it was.
I think there's still bugs in the software, but it's better than Be Live because Be Live has like a definitive lag plus bugs. So this has been a lot better, but it's not by any means great yet.
Yeah, I had like my other headset on the computer. I was like, fucking, it was nuts right now. I was all pissed off.
Sorry. Temper problems.
No, I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good.
Anger management.
I already
How
did
are
that.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am hanging in. It's been busy.
Yeah?
So, yeah,
I feel
couple
that.
cool announcements. Want to hear them?
Not really. No, I'm just playing.
No? Oh, he's trolling me. I'm trolling George tonight, so I'm wearing, you guys can't quite see it. I'm wearing my SFAD shirt. I got the Bone Frogs on tonight because I earned my Bone Frog t-shirt at Seal for a Day. You would have been so proud. I passed out. I puked in the sand. I kicked Big Fat Phil's ass on the long gun range. And then after the PT, when I passed out and puked, it was bad news. I couldn't beat my opponent. He beat me by 2 shots. So that was a little devastating. I felt like I let you down a little bit. But the guys at Seal for a Day were really cool. I was very surprised at the Frogmen being awesome hosts. Like, they really were helpful. They were pretty kind, and they were merciless after I puked. Like, the puke jokes just came at rapid fire. So I was like, oh, that means they like me.
Yeah.
They were totally making fun. I was like, oh, they like me. I was so excited. John came with me. He shot really well. He actually did a great job. Everybody really loved him, but everybody always likes John better than me.
Yeah, John's the man, dude. How is John?
He's great.
I think he's on, right?
News. Yeah, he's watching. Say hi.
Hold on, I'm going to try to rotate my stuff. Did I rotate? Am I upside down or did it work? I'm upside down now.
You're upside down.
I was trying to see if it would rotate because of my mic is all upside down and it's bothering me.
Oh, is it? You just kind of have to thread it around the back. Be patient.
Yeah. Well, someone sent me these cool headphones, but it has a really short cord. So.
Oh, it's short? I'll have to get you a longer one.
Yeah, so I'm like strangling myself.
I'm sorry. It's
so good.
So that was my delay, was that I forgot that I have to have the little lightning cable insert, the dongle, stupidest word ever. Oh, God, I hate that word.
What it's called?
I hate saying it. Yeah, it's called a dongle. I'm like, that is the dumbest word on the planet Earth. I could come up with something better than that. Nice. I know, right? It's so awful. But I have to plug it in. It's like this little pigtail thing that goes into the lightning cable port. So I can use
Fine Ass is on.
Fine Ass. Oh, yeah. Which one?
Oscar Zepeda. He's LA's most finest. He's deadly. You got to watch out.
Oh, is that right? I beat Big Fat Phil on the long gun range. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Oscar was a sniper too. He's pretty badass.
Oh, he could teach me a few things. I'd be so
Maybe.
psyched. Like how to shoot accurately after you pass out and puke. That would be a very helpful skill. Hey, Oscar. What's up? Do you know Oscar Zepeda? Isn't that... There's that actor in that movie. What was it called? The Losers? It had...
The Losers. That's a good one.
It's called The Losers. And there's this... No, Genada. That's his name. Oscar Genada. And I think he's from Spain. And he played the sniper in... like their little band of misfit ex-military guys, and it was hysterically funny. I love that movie. Chris Evans, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, consistency. Shh. Robert. I'm trying to read everybody's comments here. Do you want to read them? So what's been new with you? Tell me.
New with me? Nothing. We're just been really busy at the shop here. Christmas is here, so we just been really working like 18, 20-hour days, just trying to get everything caught up. And
holy shit.
Yeah, I'm smoked. Very smoked. But it's good, though. It's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have, being task saturated. I don't do too many of those in a row. I get a little loopy. But when I'm on deadline, I definitely feel you on the 20. I think the longest I've gone is 26 hours, like without even a nap. And then I started to kind of mix the words up. And I mean, my job is reading accurately and thinking accurately. So can't push that too far out of the realm of possibility. So I was like, time to take a Xanax and get some sleep. But the stress will keep me awake. Just knowing like that we have to publish in a day or two. It just keeps me.
But yeah, the adrenaline, like, I mean, this has been probably the busiest holiday season for us here. And although I'm exhausted, like I'm still full of energy. So it's actually pretty cool. And Oscar,
that is cool.
No, yeah, you may, no, you don't have to wait till next year, bro. So I'm making Oscar,
you order merch?
Yeah, so I'm making him a patch, but I gave him the homie discount, so he's trying to rush me now too. So
you can't rush the man when you get the homie discount.
That's what I said. I was like, come on, bro.
You can't rush when you get the homie discount. You have to wait for the paying clients to be done. That's the rule. As a proprietor, I enforce the rule. Starting your own patch company. Hey, I will buy a patch from you. I just got.
I'll buy one too, bro. I have a patch for you right now.
I want one that says
for Oscar
"Bad
Zepeda.
Mom." I want mine to say "Bad Mom."
Yeah, dude. I think that'd be good.
It'd be funny. So, did you open your box yet, or what?
I did. I'm actually using some of the cool equipment, little fancy tripod right now. And obviously these nifty headphones that are too short.
That are too short. That are going to choke you out.
Ugh.
What about the bag? Do you like it?
Yes. I actually have it right here.
Pretty cool,
thank you
right?
very much. It is pretty cool.
So
I like it.
For those of you guys that don't know, George was filming in Sacramento. What's it called? The Cholos Tribe bounty hunting a few months ago. It was actually earlier this year, right?
Yeah, it was during the summer. This summer, I did that.
And an unfortunate circumstance befell him, and his assault pack got stolen out of the vehicle, which
it was
by
my
definition
original my original APAC that I got. It was it was heartbreaking.
That is a heartbreak.
Nothing, like, I mean, the bag. I mean, I don't know. It was like it was filled with dirty laundry, so hopefully they like that, But the bag was more expensive.
Dude, like, eat a dick, dude.
Those bag of dicks. Should have left them in there.
I hate thieves. Oh, I hate thieves so much.
Absolutely. But
anyway, so the little Moab bag, I do some minuscule work for 511 Tactical, and I build them out, and the bags were kind of a bill out for me, so I thought I would share my good fortune with my good friend. Well,
thank you, I appreciate it. So you've been getting more work with them, right? You've been they've been sending you some good stuff to work on, right?
Little bit. It's kind of funny though, because it's like he will like my structure that I come up with, but he doesn't like necessarily my verbiage or how I like what the words I actually use to phrase. Like, he'll like the way I do it, and he'll take that, and then he'll put on his own words. So there's something that's working formulaically that he likes about what I do, but I feel like I need to get to know him and his tribe a little bit better, like just like word for word in person, sit down, have a whiskey and talk.
Right. And then go hang out with them a little bit.
Culture. I do, because getting to know their culture is going to enable me to deliver just better work product to them, so that we don't have to go through that second and third step. Because I want to be consistent for all my clients. I actually am working on a book. I'm getting the final clean copy soon, but I took the commission for a guy that was a Night Stalker crew chief. So his story is incredible. I mean, I've already read part of it, but his journey has just been incredible from when his time in the Army, and he was a Night Stalker crew chief. So I'm really excited about that. And when he publishes, it's going to be a really tremendous feat. So I'm excited. Nome. Awesome. Hi, Kendra. Long time no see here. Glad to see you. I'm glad to see you, too. I'm so excited. I love all you guys. I love these people that tune in and give me comments.
Christina.
And give me hater mail.
Glad you like the shirt, brother.
Everybody loves George shirts.
Oh, thank you.
I had to debate between Rangers and SFAD, but I had to give them a shout because I haven't got the commercial that I'm going to do for them up yet, and the puke incident was too good not to tell. So,
tell me somebody recorded it. I mean, it had to have been someone recording that shit.
I don't think that it was on video, because the photographer that was there, he was just doing snaps. He was just snapping it as we were going along, because like my shoot partner or my opponent that I was shooting against for like the final round, we were shooting for the challenge coin basically. Okay. So I made it to that point, and we had to do this roll PT. So he had a, Jay, are you serious that 511 delivered a package via UPS, like to our door? Is John, he better not be effing with me right now, or I'm going to make you beat his ass. Because I'm waiting for another box from them, because I build them out
Big
again.
Hoss is scary, yo. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah. You're going to have to suck it up. So anyway, we had to like do this death roll thing. We were holding hands, laying on our bellies, and we had to just do this death roll.
Big old box.
He better not be lying, George. I'm not even playing right now. Oh. Jay, if you're not lying, get in here with my knife and open it, because I want to see what's in it. Like right here live on Facebook, like we're doing the deed. So anyway, I don't think he was videoing. I think he was just snapping snaps so that he could post it later, because there's pics of me sitting.
A good still with some projectile coming out, you know what I mean?
Dude, it would have been so good, right? It would have been so... I looked at the photo bucket and there's nothing there. It's just me like kind of laying face down, and then there's one of me sitting up, and they called the corpsman over, and it was a mess.
Oh,
anyway,
gotta fix
it was pretty epic. You would have laughed. Crystal Romero, hi George, love you so much. You're amazing, brother.
What's up, cuz?
Hi Kendra, hi
love
Crystal,
you.
How are you? Good to see you. All right, so let's talk.
All right.
You have been on. Oh my gosh, he wasn't even playing.
Oh no,
he wasn't playing. Cut it open. Cut it open. I'm so excited right now.
What is it?
I build out, but they sent the wrong thing last time, so I don't want to get too excited.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to get too excited.
You're gonna cry on
so
screen, aren't you?
I might. It could happen. It could happen. But I'm so excited right now. I can't even think straight. So tell us about your fitness journey that you kind of embarked on this year, because you had like a dawning of something that happened. Because I had you on earlier this year, and you watched the video, and then you were like seeing photos and stuff, and you kind of had some kind of epiphany. I want you to tell everybody about that.
No, I was turned into a fat ass. I got real lazy. I got lazy, you know, after I got out. I took a couple years off, and then I gained a lot of weight. I got up to the biggest I was. I was about 230 pounds. No, go ahead. Let's share it before I go on. I know you're going to blow it up right now.
I have to, because there were two parts to the gift I sent you. And
you got the other part?
I got the other part, because like I said, I build them out. I got my part that I've been waiting for. I didn't get John's part. John, actually, I built him out for one for him too. But I'm going to show you, because I can't effing wait any longer to send this to you. Even though the United States Postal Service is sailing and flipping my shit, because United States Postal Service, you guys have been delivering so fast for all my gifts and everything I've been sending everybody, and I'm so pumped. But right now, I cannot wait. And I had to show George that I got him a new assault pack.
Oh, you didn't. I told you not.
I did. But I did it anyway, because I love you. Oh. And you are my best friend. And this is I think I can actually fit in this backpack. Actually, if we're telling the truth, because it's freaking ginormous, and it's the 511 tactical, 72 hour pack.
Okay.
So anyway, it's like this big. I can't even fit it. It's like this big. It's huge. You're still fat. Oscar,
Oscar's fucking asshole.
haterade.
He's a fucking asshole because he's
So,
chunky. He
oh,
lost.
fat ass.
Yeah,
You just got called
he
out.
lost his title to LA's most finest. Now he's the most fattest.
Oscar es el chonchito y está llamando a tú que estás gordo. No es simpático.
Nah.
It ain't cool, bro.
I'm having trouble with your fucking tripod now, but it's alright.
You have to like make it short. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's
I'll get you another one.
On
oh, it's because the thingy is short. Get closer. Sit closer to the ground.
No. Oscar, you're not fine. You're fat as shit.
Oh, hell. Okay, so you went on this journey. You were up to 230 pounds.
So I started looking like Oscar Zepeda does right now. So I got real hurt, you know? And I needed, so
good.
Right. But then I got introduced to CrossFit by a buddy, Dave Kang. And, with his brand he had at the time, Memorial Wraps. And so I got involved with that. And basically I was like, man, I kind of looking a little shabby here, So it just kind of, everything came back,
because he's pretty shredded, right?
Yeah.
Your buddy, he's pretty shredded, right? Yeah.
So, but then I don't know, it was weird because I took a long break and, but now that I'm back in it, I feel really good. And then, so I got back into, I felt more like how I was myself, I started working out, started eating right. So now I've lost about 15 pounds. I'm about, 215 right now. And, my journey is to get under 2 again. So I figure I'll be there within the next 3 months, 4 months. But so one of the other things I've been doing is a lot of these little CrossFit events and stuff. So I have one. I did my first one like 2 weeks ago. I did all right. I got like 9th out of 10 people. But
hey,
it was my first
finished,
one,
right?
Yeah, it was my first one. And then so I have another one coming up here in Porterville called WOD Wars, and so I'll be competing in that one in January 27th. So hopefully I'll have a better showing.
Well, consistency is key. I remember when I was fighting, it was like just having to keep going, more nights, add more nights at the gym and more nights. And I was already going to college. I was carrying a heavy load. I was carrying a full load plus like one course. So it was considered a full load plus one course. So basically a heavy, full-time student load. And I was working 40 hours a week for Safeway of all places. And that's like,
hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. That's real work, man.
That's Mrs. Finance right there.
That's Mrs. Finance. Awesome. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. So, is that Fat Ass's wife? Is that Fat Ass's wife?
Yeah, that's fucking Chunky Monkey's wife right there.
Sorry, you guys, I'm getting in on it, and I realize that I don't carry too much privilege because I'm not friends with y'all, but I had to jump in. All right. Do you guys have questions for George? Does anybody want to ring him out?
No.
So you're doing these like the WOD things. I've always been kind
the
of
WOD things, yeah.
The WOD things. I read them and I'm like, oh, workout of the day, because I remember when we would have like our rotations for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Friggin' people call me and it's so annoying. So we would have the Jiu-Jitsu night, and then we'd have Thai fighting night, and then we would do like American style kickboxing night at our gym. And I remember scream. Hang on, I have to put on my do not disturb. Son of a biscuit. It's not going to work. I can't even block calls while I'm on here. I'm very grumpy about it. Anyway, so I remember like that there were like assigned nights. Is it kind of like that with CrossFit? Like that there's like an assigned day that you're working on like one system or one like, whatever, or is it like a completely personal journey with like a guideline?
No, I mean with the gym that I go to, Perfect Temple Strength and Conditioning, owner is James Brown here in Visalia, California. He does has a good mixture of his workouts. So I mean he does We do a lot of heavy lifting, conditioning, and things like that. So there's no really, I guess. I mean, there is a schedule. We do have goals and stuff like that for certain lifts, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still will run. It's not like a very strict schedule. It's I never know what I'm doing the next day, so he doesn't publish like a weekly schedule or a monthly schedule of what we're doing. So
Yeah.
basically, it's you show up and you do the workout for the day and stuff like that. So it's a great way that keeps me guessing. So I don't know what I'm to get ready for, and it just keeps me guessing. So it's good.
You can't avoid a day if you're going to
No,
dread it.
right, yeah. There'll be certain days like on the running days I hate to run, so it's like he'll switch it up because
I feel
you'll
you
you'll
there.
get a lot you'll get a lot of people that they're like, oh, I don't want to run, so like if they know the schedule, oh, it's on Tuesday, oh, I'm not gonna go Tuesday, I'll take my rest day on Tuesday. So he does that in an attempt to get people to show up because you'll see it. The guys will show up or the girls will show up and they'll be like, fuck, gotta run
Yeah,
today, like or some shit like that, and so it's good though. It's good,
for real.
it's fun.
Well, for people that like push you outside of your comfort zone and your boundaries, like it's a good thing for you. We
Right.
don't appreciate it or realize it until afterward, and we're not, sitting in the misery suffering. I mean, come
Oh,
on,
but
doesn't
this,
that
but
sound kind of like Ranger
yeah.
days?
Well, that's what I'm saying. The suffering is, I mean, the suffering is what brings everybody together, at the end of the
Yeah,
workout or
for
in the
sure.
military at the end of the shitty training we did, we're able to look at each other and it was just like, yeah,
We
we,
survived.
we did that shit.
It's
So,
done and over.
yeah.
So what's your target for like, I mean, do you want to like go to like a big competition and like accomplish like a title with your WOD things?
Um, I've always been a competitive person with my wad things. Yeah, shoot my wads. Um, but no, yeah, I'm always competitive and anything I ever do, I want to succeed and do well in it. So,
Yeah.
my first mini goal was to just join a competition. So I got I mean, I did my first one. Now I'm doing another one, and now my next goals are to stand on the podium. To get placed.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, I'm just gonna keep going. So, uh, so many wad jokes, so little time, right? Tubular.
Right. Hey,
But
Jack
yeah, so.
Jim.
To My main goal right now is to get in a position where I could get on a podium, which would be awesome. So
That would be cool. I mean, like the bigger competitions, about how many competitors are, there kind of fighting for those spaces.
oh man, it all depends. I mean, let's see, the ones we do here in the Central Valley, some of the bigger ones we do are like there's like a Nardog Throwdown one held in Reedley. There's the biggest one is probably the Central Valley Throwdown, and I think this last year there was about 500 athletes competing in that one. And I mean
Ooh,
that's a good size one.
wow.
It's down at
That's
our
a lot of people.
yeah, it was at the Tulare International Ag Center where the big ag show is here in the Central Valley.
Yeah.
Um, so it was a big one, but I mean, there's bigger ones. I know some athletes out on the East Coast, like the Pensacola Throwdown or something like that. That one was huge, very big, like 1,000 athletes or something. So I mean,
Crazy.
it's just it can get crazy. So and then as you start going to these bigger competitions, just the level of athlete just it is ridiculous. So I'm
Yeah.
very far. So I got a long ways to go, but
Got some
it's a
ground to make
journey.
up,
It's
huh?
a journey. Yeah, yeah. It took too
That's
long,
what it
too many
is.
years off, but
It's a
it's
lot.
good.
What kind of sucked you back in? I mean, was there like a tipping point, or was it just like seeing photos and hanging out with your friend David and all of those things in amalgamation, or was there like a trigger
No,
point?
yeah, there was. So for those that don't know, I mean, we've said, but I own my own business. Picked up another brand, under my business, so I've been doing a lot. But I had a kind of like not like a breakdown, I wouldn't say, but I just things started to get and I had like I don't know, I guess like kind of little mini breakdown. And one of the things I started talking, and I was just like, man, I need to get back in shape because what a lot of people don't realize is that physical fitness has a lot to do with your mental ability to cope with stress. And
For sure.
so it was more, I got into it back more for running a business. I didn't realize how stressful a business can be. And, when you have people depending on you and things
Yeah.
like that. So it allowed me to take my stress out and just become a better business owner, a better mentor, and things like that. So that was the tipping point, and that's what really
Yeah.
helped me.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, like I lost my year being sick, bouncing in and out of the hospital, and I'm kind of back to the point where I can do a wall handstand again, and now I can kind of like bend and like stretch down into a straddle, which is, takes core, it takes back, it takes arms, it takes all these things that I just couldn't do a year and a half ago. And to get that back it's a really big, good feeling, when you reaccomplish some of those things that your body was familiar with at one point in time and is now forgotten.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you realize you can do it again. It's a big deal.
I mean, it's just surprising too, as you're working out or achieving goals, and it's like, man, 10 years ago, I remember doing this like nothing. And now it's like, I don't remember this being this hard. Like, it's nuts. So it's cool though.
I'm leaning against the wall, like just using my head for balance. But still, I'm like thinking, I remember when I could do this without a wall. Huh.
Right.
Weird. Crazy. Hey.
What's up, Hicks? Supply.
What's up, Diaz? From Bend, Oregon. Hey! We have family friends that are cattle ranchers outside Bend, Oregon. So that's kind of crazy. Tom Sim is watching. All right. So tell me about like something that relates you like mentally back to your ranger days. Like when you are like sunk deep in it with your working out and your regimen, like tell me something that like kind of triggers your memory that takes you back to your ranger days.
So with CrossFit, I mean, the workouts are very intense. So once I kind of get into, so one of my coaches, actually my coach is a vet too. He was in, I think like 101st or 82nd. I can't remember, one of the two. But so as we're going through the workouts, you hit this spot where it's just really shitty, like just a shitty point in the workout. And then he tells me, right, hey, use it. Remember, you know what I mean? Like those times when I was up in Afghanistan walking the mountains and very shitty point, and you kind of hit a wall and you're just like, fuck, gotta keep going, and you just break through and you just push. So you get into that shitty spot and your mind, you go to a different spot. So that is it's familiar, and that's probably the biggest reminder. A lot of times even when I'm there, in my head I'll kind of play missions that were really shitty in my head, like fuck, like one that really stands out is in Afghanistan. At the time I was a gun team leader, so I had the 48, and we're walking and we're with some water boys, and they fucking always love to take the longest route everywhere, because they don't carry shit, and us Rangers, we carry everything. So as a machine gunner, I'm walking, and then they want to go through this fucking field, corn, or like an agricultural field, so you have the little wadis like up and down, up and down, up and down. And I ate shit probably about 15, 20 times trying to walk through this field. And I got so mad. Like my back hurt so bad. Like I was literally praying to God. I was like, somebody shoot at us. Please fucking shoot at me. Because I just wanted to lay down and shoot back. Like my back was on fire. Yeah, I was just like, I was dying. And that's probably one of the worst physical missions that I ever did on that one. So it's kind of always my go-to. Like, I did that shit. I could do this, no problem.
Yeah, when you're praying for a firefight to make you stop walking, just so you stop walking, and you're wishing for rounds whizzing by your head. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is the difference between the tough guys and me. Like I can't even get my brain around that. I cannot, not even for like a day. Beyond a day. And I did kindergarten baby training where people yelled at me with jokes. Like it wasn't even shouting at me or belittling, it was jokes. And then they were nice in between evolutions, and I got snacks. And no one shouted like in a negative way. I did have to do push-ups. Did I do push-ups? I don't think I actually did any. John had to do some. Anyway, but it was just like, there's no effing way.
My aunt's on there.
Hello. Hola, tia. But yeah, there's no way. And it gives me like reaffirmation every time. I'm like, I have some amazing friends, like some really amazing friends. The things that you guys have done and achieved, like, continue to stun me now. The more I read about it, the more I like see it, the more I experience and touch. Kill me. Then you're praying for a firefight, so you can quit tripping and falling. Okay.
That was bad.
I mean, can't even get my head around it. All right. So do you see yourself continuing with CrossFit, or do you see yourself kind of getting to the point you want to accomplish something? Hi, mijo, love you lots. Aw, that's nice, señora
I love you.
Cervantes. So do you see yourself kind of getting to the point where you want to accomplish something and then kind of transitioning to something that's been interesting you for maybe a longer time, and you just want to like kind of reinvest your time and energy in that? Because as business owners, I understand it's
Right.
time consuming and tiring to have like a secondary hobby. So you really kind of have to pick and choose like where you want to focus your spare time.
Time,
And I
right.
use that word loosely because I mean,
Yeah.
what time is spare when you're trying to build a business?
Right. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm pretty focused on CrossFit. I mean, there's so it's I mean, there's so much I need to do and accomplish in it. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be there anytime soon. So, um, yeah, I'm pretty much committed 100% into it, and that's going to be what I'm going to be doing until, I get all my goals accomplished, and you know, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in it for quite a while. So,
Staying in it. All right. So it doesn't look like we have too many or any audience questions, which is fine.
what's up,
I had
Mark?
your friend. I don't see Mark. He might be on this feed.
Mark
Um,
Crisp.
so I had your friend Nicholas the Reaper Irving on my show after the Las Vegas shooting, and we kind of went. We skimmed the surface of the rabbit hole, but it's been a while now,
Hmm.
and I have questions. America has questions that haven't been answered, and I want to know your opinion. Um, why don't we have forensics yet? Like, what do you think? Why don't we have forensics yet?
Honestly, shit, I don't even know, man. Like I seen it and I paid a little bit of attention to it while I was going down, and I heard all the conspiracy theories, all the multiple shooters,
Yeah,
all these things, and there's a lot of questions that need answering, and I definitely agree with that aspect. But why? I mean, I'd just be speculating like everybody else, so I
well,
don't
why
know,
not?
man.
Come on,
I
let's do it.
shit, I
You
don't
know you
know.
want to. You know you want
Nah.
to.
Um,
Jim, what company in 275?
I was Alpha Company. ACO 275, Bad Mother.
Just like the A-Team.
Yeah, the 18,
We
man.
were the A-Team, bitch.
We're pretty badass.
Like seeing George as like with a temper or with like a frowny face, I just don't envision it. Like it's not like a ready conjurance to my mind.
Oh,
Like
really?
Alpha Company, baby. It just doesn't get there easily. Okay, so I went on the Silky hike in San Francisco, which was kind of it's a Irreverent Warriors is a nonprofit founded by Donnie O'Malley. You guys may be familiar with him. Founded Vet TV, and he's like the actor, producer, director, and he writes everything. And he's brilliant. The guy is brilliant. So he started this Silky hike to build camaraderie and stoke friendships in general localities like around the U.S. for veterans that are kind of going through transitioning, or they may have experienced some loneliness, PTSD, depression, whatever it is. And this is like to kind of enable them to build friendships and camaraderie so that they have those friendships like going forward. And I joined the hike as a volunteer. I didn't hike, but I joined the hike as a volunteer to be supportive because it was here in San Francisco. So I wanted to just jump in and help where I could. I mean, I want to be supportive. I want to be helpful.
Right.
And my small way of helping out is volunteering where I can and sharing what I can and, facilitating conversations like this one. Bravo Company 37598 to 02. That was
Yeah,
Jim. Well,
baby.
his Facebook name's Jack Handy, but we'll call him
Jack
Jack
Handy.
tonight.
All right. What's
Like
up,
the
Ranger
quotes
brother?
on the Saturday Night Live. So anyway, I met this guy. His name's Mark LaSalle, and he was a Marine. He was on the
Hmm.
hike, and he was at the concert.
Really?
Yes, he was at the concert, and he has some super interesting opinions. He has a super interesting after action report that he wrote, like once it all happened, and he wrote his own little after action because he was sure he was going to forget, which is brilliant. Most people that go through a trauma or a crazy incident of that nature don't have the presence of mind to write down what it is they saw, heard, smelled, all these things.
Right.
Um, what platoon? Bravo Company, what platoon? Hicks is now asking. Oh, see, now y'all are having a Ranger chat, and I'm so out of the loop. Um, so anyway, he reports, he says up and down there was a second shooter and maybe even a tertiary shooter. From what he said, he knows what rounds sound like the supersonic rounds cracking past your head and the report of a rifle and what it sounds like, what a belt fed weapon sounds like, mag fed weapon. He's like, I know what all these things sound like. I was standing in the middle of it, and they are not telling everyone everything. And I'm like, where are the damn forensics? I want to see the forensics. Why haven't they been released?
And see, that's why I wasn't there. You know what I mean? Somebody that was there, I would lean more on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they have, background and stuff like that. But for me never being there, I mean, and just watching what I hear on the news, I mean, for one, I don't really believe everything that's on the news. Obviously you can't. And so it's just, and then as much as I love my country, I mean, I can't say that I love my government or I trust them. You know what I mean? So
nope, it'd be a fool's errand.
Yeah. So I mean, with that being said, I mean, of course, I mean, I'd be open to entertaining anything with any thoughts of what happened, what didn't happen, why. I mean, of course, maybe there is a cover up. There's all kinds of things that could be happening, but I said I wasn't there, and I haven't really paid too much attention to it, honestly, just because there's no way for me to know because I wasn't there. So
right. I want to know why we don't have forensics back yet, because that's like, you don't have to have been there to say, why haven't you released the reports about the forensics that you do have so far? Like
the fact that you're saying they don't have, I mean, they have them. It's
they have them.
Yeah, but they're not releasing because, and if they do release them, there's going to be it's going to be in pieces and this, and the whole point with anything with this is they're trying to just make people forget. Something else is going to pop up, draw everybody's attention, and then they'll forget all about that. And it's just, it happens all the time, if you actually, I mean, that's their strategy, just to make people forget, It's like the same thing where you get on you call a company or something and you're trying to get through to some customer service line or something. Or, and they just want you to give up and hang up, and that's what they're doing. So, they just got us on hold waiting for us to hang up the phone. So it's just, it's a common strategy. So,
yep, stuff like tax reform. It's the truth. Like most common strategy of all. All right. No. Well, let's pressure Mark to come on the show.
We should.
Have a couple special.
I would love to hear some
people
of his
coming
stuff.
up. Yeah, I mean, I'm dying. So he's
Mark,
pretty.
Mark.
All right. So, I think we're good for tonight. We don't want to drag it on for too long. I don't want to keep you forever, but this will be going in the mail soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, are you excited for the OD? I picked the OD. I was like,
and I'm good with it. I'm good with the OD.
I'm
just hot.
I love OD.
It's
like
so fire.
It's fire. And the awesome news is, I got a matching smaller one. So we're twinnies.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Kendra. Thank you so much.
I love you, and you are the best. And I'm so glad you came on tonight. And your APAC, your new APAC will be in the mail.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Guys, say thank you to George. Like, he's like one of the best friends anybody could have. Like, George has delivered for me. I can't even tell you how many times. Like, in a pinch or saving a birthday or whatever it is. And George, runs to my rescue unequivocally, every time. So say thanks to him, because I'm not the only one that appreciates you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you as well.
All right. It's all
and everybody
love,
out there, man.
I know. We
love you guys. Good to see you. So Teeter, Hicks, Andy, love you guys, man. Ranger, lead the way. Good to see you guys. I don't know if finance is still on there, but you're still fat. Anyway.
You're welcome, Darian, Higgs, Teeter. Thanks, you guys, so much for tuning in. Please share. We are going to have some awesome guests coming up over the next few weeks. I have been buried in deadlines, so curating a show has not been in first place. But, of course, I want everyone to know my amazing cadre of instructors, because my big workshop is coming up. I'm hoping that we'll expedite it for August. I'm not positive on that, so I haven't announced it yet. But when this class does happen, it's going to be the largest thing for writers in the U.S. And George is going to be front and center instructing at that friggin' awesome workshop. So we can't wait. I know it's going to be so amazing. All right, guys. Thank you for the fireworks. Thank you all for tuning in. We love you. Ciao.